just amazed, man. We surpassed 400,000 views. I've got like, I don't know, 2.3K subscribers now. You know, I've monetized. Things are going pretty cool. You know, YouTube isn't going to make any, well, it makes a lot of people rich if you watch, but it's really, you know, you got to work for your money if you want to call it work. And just to be totally transparent with everybody, if you look at those statistics, and I'm slowly digging into the analytics of all this stuff so I can kind of learn it, you know. It can be very beneficial to grow in your channel and getting the most views and you know, in the end, earning the most money. But with that 2.3K subscribers, 400,000 some views, I am anywhere between 550 to 750 views per day, and basically that is making me about between $4 and $5 a day. So $100, I'm actually above the $100 threshold per month right now already. Getting ready to go in. Sunday will be 3 weeks. So it is what it is. But with the 400,000 views, you know, we've been doing these challenges and stuff like that for different, I don't even know, when we meet these goals, I guess, if you want to say a goal. I've really never had any goals to go anywhere, just work on vehicles and video it. But I don't really have a challenge for 400,000. I tried to think of some, you know, things to do. Eat more hot stuff, the Stroman Stinky Fish challenge. Just it's things that everybody does, and there's nothing wrong with that. But not saying that I wouldn't do some of that later on also. I like to have fun, like to make people laugh. But I couldn't think of anything really good. So what I've decided, I think that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink a beer with y'all. And if you've watched my channel for a little while, or feel like digging into my channel, go watch my Tone Loc video. I couldn't even tell you what year that exactly happened, but that was the last time that I was in a bar physically drinking. I quit drinking completely in 2008, March 10th, up until 2020, the pandemic. My daughter graduated and turned 18 this year. One evening, my wife and I just decided that we wanted to drink a beer, and we did. And I've had a couple of beers since then, never more than one. You know, just something to do. It's not even, when I used to drink whiskey and tequila, it was all about the buzz and getting tore up as quickly as I can. And I don't even, you know, back then I didn't even like the taste of beer. Now I drink a Coors Light, a couple other craft beers, I guess you might call them, and it's fine to drink a beer and tastes all right. Just kind of a celebratory type thing. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna cruise to the drive-thru and purchase me a beer, and I figure I'll sit in my driveway, sip on some beer, and we'll talk custom cars and see what happens, where it goes from that. How about that, guys? That'll be my 400,000th challenge video, if you will. Just hanging out with the subscribers and the people that are watching, having a beer during a pandemic, talking about life, custom cars, and whatever else I come up with. So let's go get that beer. We live in a beautiful world, guys. Beautiful country, beautiful sunsets, beautiful countryside. Can't beat it. We really have the coolest little town. Architecture here is just amazing. Right now I'm driving where the old Erie Canal used to be, on this road called Water Street. Kind of interesting fact too, and all these buildings here used to service the canal. There's actually a tunnel below me also that they used to store stuff in for the canal. Nice old 55, or no, it's a 57 Chevy right there. Yeah, nice. But I figured I'd show you a little bit of this downtown if you haven't seen it in some of the other videos. This is our main little hub. Coronavirus kind of put a big damper on the activity, but this would usually be bustling with people eating out everywhere on these little outdoor diner areas. Really, really cool place. The Warner building there on the left. Oh, somebody getting married, or oh no, that's a it's a scarecrow. There you have the Carlisle building on the left. That had burned down several years ago, and our Adina, which is the medical facility around here, purchased it and had fixed it up, and they did a phenomenal job. That's kind of one of the centerpieces of our town. Big church there on the left. All kinds of really interesting buildings. Telephone company here's on the right with the murals on the wall. Very, very cool. Globe Furniture has been around forever. It's one of the only locally owned furniture stores in town. It's not a chain or something like that. And right around the corner up here is one of the original drive-thrus from when I was in high school. Chips and Amber were the two. Their father had bought his two kids drive-thrus. That's the story that we were always told. Hello, can I get a twist-off Coors Light, 2 of them? That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Fun to drive around. Don't have to wash it. Thank you, dear. Keep the change. Have a good evening, man. But yeah, so rolled through the drive-thru, bought a couple of Coors Light twist-offs. Maybe I'll get Miss Hardcore to come out here and conversate with me, and we'll just have a little us time. Just chilling. How about that? Okay, so I just told her to put on a cool shirt and come down here because I want her to help me. So she really has no idea what I'm doing, or that I'm gonna have her drink a beer with me, and she may not cooperate even. We'll see. But it ought to be fun, right? Here. Get us a little gangster lean going on so we can kind of relax and lay back here. And what's that noise? I hope that didn't just crush one of my cats, right? Interesting. But I'll just let the camera roll and we'll edit later. So, you know, it is what it is. Here she comes. Hi. Gotta come a little closer so we can see you. Got the strings gonna be on your face.
Fuzzy dice and trees.
So, what I did was, since I couldn't decide to a challenge video, I just said that I was going to drink a beer with everybody and just kind of chit chat. And I thought that it'd be kind of cool to build off what we talked about the other day about what have you been.
Yeah.
Kind of, we'll have a Coors Light. Coors Light. This is no way endorsing Coors Light or drinking in your Oldsmobile.
Or even in your garage.
Or, yeah, we are sitting in the garage, if you didn't notice already, but it was too dark outside to do this already. So, and I wanted to try to get a video to have to upload tomorrow. It's probably going to be super long, but we'll see what happens. What I was saying to her was yesterday we were just talking, had some different opportunities pop up in our lives recently, and I said it would be kind of neat to sit down and either not necessarily write a book, but to write a list of all of the things that you have been. And that doesn't necessarily mean employment. You know, you may or may not have gotten paid for it, but it's something that somebody might consider a career. And so let's do that. You can start. We'll just start with your very first job, and we'll just kind of go back and forth like that to try to keep a flow of your memories, where you've been and where you're going. So
what have I been?
What was the first thing that you was? Your very first job. I mean,
Well,
is that up for debate too?
I was a professional clown.
That was your very first job? Okay. I think that my very first job, non-self-employed things included, I was a paper boy.
Okay.
So, I also sold grit back in the day. A lot of you guys probably don't even know what that is, but...
I was a teddygram.
A teddygram. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dressed up like a giant teddy bear, walked around in grocery stores.
My very first job, like, other than a paperboy type thing, I want to say that it was probably Bonanza. I was a busboy. No, it was the worst job ever. Kind of did several jobs there in restaurant. That Bonanza Steakhouse, if you know what that is. Ponderosa's, later what became of the Bonanzas, but...
Yeah. I worked at McDonald's.
It's McDonald's.
Did it all. I opened McDonald's for a while. It's an interesting job.
I honestly, when I have to really think about it, I don't know what I did after Ponderosa. I think that's where I kind of started doing my own jobs. I'm sure I was a jewelry salesman for Ladybug Jewelry, and I've actually been a jewelry salesman twice in my life. That's one of the things that I remember doing. That was before I left Ohio.
Sold outerwear in a department store. It's where
It's
where I used to pick up my sexy dudes.
That's where we met. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I did in here before I left. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'll just come back to it if I think about it. But so I was a car stereo salesman and then later installer. Car stereo consultant, Ron Johnson. Who gets that reference?
I do. I was, what else did I do? I was a bank teller.
Bank
At a
teller.
credit union.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was parking management at the Dayton International Airport, which meant that I worked in one of the little booths that took your money when you came through.
I worked for a infamous car dealership in town here as a business development center worker, which was just fancy for answering the phone.
I was a UPS truck loader. Worked in the factory or in the warehouse at one time.
We were both professional sign makers.
Yes, I don't know if I'd call myself a professional sign maker. I was more of
you
a
were
sign
more
installer, sign fixer maybe.
I was a maker for sure, designer.
Neon Pro.
I didn't do that stuff.
Let's see. Okay, so I was again a second time a jewelry salesman that. I wasn't the kind that had to open their jacket and had all the jewelry in there, but I did have these velvet boards that had necklaces and bracelets and stuff like that, and you basically went around to businesses and tried to sell your jewelry.
I was a wedding singer.
Nice. I sold vacuum cleaners at one time.
I was a professional writer writing internet content.
I was a automotive detailer more than once.
I was a lead singer in a rock band.
That's awesome. That's very awesome. I worked at an auto parts store in Wichita, Kansas. Whitlock Auto.
I'm skimming the bottom of the barrel here a little on these. I'm a realtor.
She sells houses.
I sell houses.
She sold houses before she sold houses.
That's true. That's true.
I was a gas station attendant. I got robbed at gunpoint doing that job. And that's really what sent me back to Ohio to start on my jobs that I've had back here.
pencil. Skip.
Was you a bartender ever?
I was a waitress in a bar. I was.
There you go. Yeah, you worked
I was.
at the bar.
Yeah, I wasn't old enough to actually be the bartender because you have to be 21 to open the drinks. But I was the server at Patrick's Pub.
I've been a paid photographer of sorts. I've sold quite a bit of my pictures that I've taken, and we had fundraisers and little side things like that.
I'm a mom.
He's a mom. I'm a dad. That's probably the most important job of all of them, isn't it? It's definitely the most stressful.
Definitely the most stressful. But no, that's not true. She's a good kid.
I was a bartender myself at one time. That was not a paid. It was one of the like ugly bartender contests, and I'm pretty sure that I drank more than I made that night. 'Cause I don't remember much of it.
More than you made that night. Except for we gave a big tip at the end to make it work.
Yeah. I owned a Hot Wheels shop.
You were a humane officer.
I was a humane officer at one time. Yeah, that's a really crappy job too.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a lot of things is basically what we're trying to say. I think in life that's kind of what you do is you're kind of skipping your way through trying to find things that you're passionate about. Things
like a pinball, just bouncing around through life.
Absolutely, and that's fine. Trying to tell me what I got to be when I'm 18, graduating high school, and I'm 50, and I still don't really know what I want to be. You're looking for your passion. You're bouncing around like a pinball, looking for where you stick.
Yeah,
it's a good way to look at it, I think.
Even at 44 and 50,
yeah,
constantly reinventing or figuring out something new or taking new challenges or chances. It's all really important.
You want to do things that make you feel good. A lot of people go to work every day and come home angry and dive into a bottle or sometimes worse. You got to be happy. You need balance. Your job doesn't have to mean anything as long as it doesn't physically bring you down. It's just a method to make money and live your life. That's really what life's about is living, not working.
There's a cat on the trunk.
It's a cat on the trunk.
Oh, there's a cat on the trunk.
Come visit us.
Oh, I knocked him off. I didn't knock him off.
Yeah, so we're just chilling in the garage, having a beer. It's a Thursday night. It's kind of like our Friday, really. Currently, we're both self-employed. She is a realtor, sells houses now, and I do the garage door thing, sell garage doors, install garage doors, fix garage doors, dream about garage doors, have a garage in my name. But,
I'm going to have a mammogram tomorrow. That's important.
That is important. Now I'm going to be 50 and I probably need my butthole checked out too.
PSA.
Oh, gosh. Don't get old. So you're saying invent little pills that you can
actually
take
get old. It's better than the alternative.
That is true. Yeah, dying kind of sucks too, but I don't know about the Benjamin Button type thing, starting at the end and ending at the beginning, so to speak. I think we kind of end up that way anyway, back in diapers. Somebody else cleaning our messes up.
Whether we want to admit it, people are the best part of life.
Relationships.
Yeah. Benjamin Button really got shorted the relationship tip on that game. I've been a wife.
For a long time. She's been a Johnson longer than she was an Oliver. What did I say? I have to be 52 is when mine will... 52 or 53 is whenever mine will be. I'll be married longer than I was single. Which is a very interesting thing to think about, too. She's had my name longer than she had her own.
I'm still daddy's girl.
She likes her dad. So, hopefully you guys are doing the best that you can with the times that we're living in and getting by, keeping a positive attitude. Things are tough for a lot of people. It is what it is. I think that we're going to bounce back from this, incredibly strong, nice, level playing field for a lot of different people. Businesses are going to shut down. They have been shutting down, but that just opens up more room for more business. The business doesn't go away. The place that is doing business just goes away. So stay positive. If you've ever wanted to try your hand at having a business, now is probably a really good time to do it. Just be considering the future. Things might continue to be the way they are, or even worse, as far as social distancing and face-to-face contact and all that stuff. So throw that into your plan that, there's always something. Mask makers are making a killing right now. I don't believe that COVID really necessarily destroys businesses. It's lack of innovation. I know there's some places that just can't innovate to that level. They just can't do it, and I understand that, and that's kind of
like our heart goes out to those people.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. I guess we're seeing the evolution maybe of capitalism, so to speak. Let's see if another kitty wants to come. We have another cat on the car.
Oh,
this is why we have to bury the GT in cardboard and car covers, because the cats
think it's a jungle gym.
Yeah, they love to get on the cars.
It's warm. It's a warm jungle gym. Hashtag Coors Light.
Coors Light. Yeah. I mean, beer is never like this crazy. I don't know. I mean, it definitely tastes better now than when I was 21.
Did you see? Oh, did you see that?
What?
When the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies.
What? The mountains turn blue?
That's what it says.
Well, mine was never blue, I don't think. So maybe
it was never cold.
It wasn't as cold as the Rockies.
I don't know which mountains are they talking about. These mountains? Are these mountains here? Or these mountains here?
There's some little more mountains over there. Is that another? No, we have another cat. We had a pop up.
I went to Colorado once, and I.
We saw that mountain.
Well, I actually went to Golden, Colorado. Was where we spent the night, and I bought beer from a carryout that was like right outside the plant. It said the freshest Coors Light in the world.
Directly from the mountain. It's pretty sweet.
And there's literally a quarter of a beer, and I can't speak. A mountain river that flows into the Golden, Colorado plant.
It's kind of cool. Hopefully that's where they get their water, not out of the tap.
There's a lot of water.
Yeah. Did have the 64 out. Got a video about some of that stuff coming up. I just wanted to do this one because of the 400,000 view. Wanted to get one out there for you guys on Friday that was a little more about what's going on right now, if you want to go that way. We are about to attend the Mini Truck Nationals in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, in a couple of weeks. She's not looking forward to the how many did we decide how many hours it was? 6-hour ride or something like that in the GT. It's like riding in a go-kart or a hardtail motorcycle for that long.
It's all you Jeremy mows around the world with your bathrooms.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is germs, viruses. We're not sure how we're going to handle that.
They're really down there, aren't they?
We're going to head that way and just kind of play it day by day and see what happens. People are going to do what they're going to do. Things are going to... Tomorrow's always going to come. It really is. May not be for us, but it comes for everybody. We need to get, I'm sure we'll be right by Pigeon Forge when we're out that way.
Crazy.
I've just heard beautiful things about Maggie Valley, how awesome it looks and stuff. So can't wait to check that out. It's been a long time since I've been out of Ohio. Well, 3 years now since we went.
Well, yeah.
So.
We've been out of Ohio in the last.
Well, I mean, as far as vacation though, Colorado on our 20th anniversary, which was a good time too. If you ever get the chance.
Johnny and I rarely vacation together.
Yeah, we have dogs, and now our daughter's 18, so it's a little bit different. She can stay home and watch the dogs. So we're hoping to get out and see a lot more things, get to some car shows, meet some new people that don't have coronavirus.
Yeah, we want to mention you have the coronavirus.
We'll get through it all, guys. Stick together. Don't be divided, man. It ain't a good look. It's not a good look.
Preach, brother.
We make way better friends than we do enemies, guys. Just look around.
Divided we fall. It's pretty simple.
People should be helping each other out.
Yeah.
Standing up for each other. Not fighting each other. That's dumb. I don't want to get all sappy.
We all want the same things.
I think I'm probably maybe about down to here.
I'm not.
I do feel a little fuzzy when I drink a beer.
We used to be better at this.
Yeah. I was a professional drinker at one time.
So you could have had that on your list.
Damn, I forgot. Oh, you know what? You was a professional hot dog eater.
I think you have to have gotten paid.
She got third place. Beat lots of guys.
And it wasn't even messy.
I think my record is like, I don't know if I've even eaten more than, I think I might have eaten 3 at the hot dog contest that we had.
7.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
1 Sprite and a giant percolator, and I was good.
That's nuts. I can eat some hot stuff, but I can't eat a lot of stuff.
I'm going to get him to eat some stinky fish. Outside.
I was totally willing. You know that stuff's crazy. You got to wait like 2 weeks for it to come from, where was it?
Sweden?
Sweden. We watched all kinds of videos about how to not like make your house stink when you open the can of fish because it's fermented and it blows funk in your face, and that's usually what turns everyone off. So we may still have a video about that. It's gonna have to be funny if nothing else, right?
If the Sir Strawman people are watching this video, we'll take a free can.
Yeah, send me some fish and I'll eat it. Of course, I have always said that I'll eat just about anything for the Humane Society for $1,000. Raise that money.
Every time you say anything, it just makes my mind go all over the place.
I mean, if I had to eat like a dog turd for $1,000, I suppose I would.
Really?
Don't tell anybody that. I'm going to roll it in bacon.
Fair enough.
And eat, I guess, would be kind of stretching it. I'm going to stick it in my mouth and probably puke.
We would be lying if we had never said we'd had dog turd in our mouth at probably some point or another at this point in the game.
I never intentionally had dog turd in my mouth that I know of.
But these dogs.
But I've done a lot of dumb stuff, so.
No, it's just these dogs. They get all up on us. They put their paws in our mouth and
Yeah.
lay in our bed. And
They lick our face after they eat dog turds and cat turds.
oh yeah, we've totally eaten dog.
Pretty
It's like all those
sure
spiders we're eating in our sleep.
that if you have a dog that eats cat turds that licks you in the face, that you're not going to get COVID.
See, this philosophies that people have about this not getting COVID, I don't quite understand where you guys use your scientificness from on this.
Well, it's because I have blonde hair, so I don't get the flu.
She can't come again.
You guys can't see the cat.
But he really funny.
Yeah, he's on the roof, like peeking in the windshield at the very top edge there. Let's see if we can tilt that up enough to see his ass there. Oh no, he done took off.
Oh my son's coming.
So I don't know if you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully you're sitting there having your own beer, because that's kind of what I expected. I would have did this live, but every one of my live videos is just not super clear, and I hate watching a fuzzy video. We have 4K technology, and I don't even know what I've got going on or how well that y'all think that looks when I do it this way, because we do have the selfie facing camera running right now as opposed to the back camera. I really like that better, but you can't see yourself, so you just kind of got to know where to look. Anybody else?
I have no idea where to look, so I probably have been.
It's right there.
If I look like a space cadet.
Mm-hmm. If anybody out there does have their own channel that wants to share it in the comments, please do. I try to check out all of the people that do subscribe to my channel, you know, to see if you guys do have channels yourselves and see what you guys are talking about. And, you know, subscribe if you've subscribed to me. If you know, I'm willing to help everybody out. It helps me out. This really wasn't ever necessarily a monetary adventure, but it is what it is at this point, so we'll make the best of it. Everybody should have multiple income streams, even if it's only $112 a month.
That'll cover your side of Valley Coffee
Yeah,
cravings, at least.
that will cover my coffee cravings for the month. Probably not. To be totally honest, probably not.
Because he always has to bring a sidekick.
And you got to tip well.
And you gotta tip well.
You got to tip well.
The world is not easy.
Yeah. People like to know that they are appreciated. It's one of the best things you can do for just about anybody. Are you seriously scratching on my roof? Can't have anything nice when you have cats.
He got me twice. Come here. Come here.
My screen keeps telling me that my software update is available. Man, I am really excited and hoping to see a bunch of nice rides. Maggie Valley. North Carolina. I'm ready to get out of here and see some things. Like she said, kind of sketched out about using public restrooms and staying in motels. And we're gonna do it though. You gotta live. You gotta live. We'll try to be as safe as we can. Sanitize. Mask up when they ask you to. Just have fun.
I only plan on sharing my germs with you.
Jeremy.
Hi, Paulo.
How you doing over there?
Or might come in this
How
time.
you doing over here?
Ooh, I got the cat. Oh, he's a chunk.
Oh, this is Apollo Creed.
He's a chunk. He's a chunker.
He doesn't. He's like, nope, ain't gonna be
I'm gonna
here.
pet you and then you'll be happy. Oh, oh, there comes the bear. He's right now.
Yep, Rocky fan. Best movie ever.
Apollo Creed.
If you guys got Netflix, you should check out Cobra Kai. We're watching that if you're a Karate Kid fan. I kind of always thought that Daniel LaRusso was a bully when I watched them early shows. Not that I didn't like him.
I really don't like him very much in this so far. I'm hoping he redeems himself before.
It's a different twist on the whole thing if you really think about how things went down in the Karate Kid. And fan fiction is amazing.
The reminder that there's two sides to every story.
Yeah, absolutely. Not all sides are always good. Not all sides are always bad.
Do we have to finish our beer before the video's over?
I got like 2 drinks left.
I don't.
You're going way slower than me.
Let's try not to burp on your video.
Beer kind of tastes like aluminum. I don't know if that's because it's in the can, but you get like a metallic aftertaste. What do you think?
It had been a long time since I'd had a beer in a can until this twist off, so.
I haven't had any in a bottle. Have I? None. Was our Corona? Yeah, it was in a bottle, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The Corona was in a bottle. That was the first beer that I drank, actually, since 2008, was a Corona. Corona Light.
It seemed fitting at the time. We were on quarantine.
Yeah. Whatever. Might as well drink the best.
You're going to start drinking again. 2020 was the time to do it.
I went a whole year without eating red meat, and the first thing that I ate when I started to eat red meat again was White Castle.
That's a true story. That's a true story.
That's just what I craved that day when I was ready to be done with it, was White Castle, and I don't even know if that's really meat. But dang, it was good, and I ate it up. We were rolling up on 30, what is that, 28 or 29? I can't read it. 28.
Probably going to edit this down, aren't you?
Oh, it's definitely going to have to be not this long. I don't think I'll keep anybody watching this long. Would have been cool, I guess, if it had been live, if it was clear when you go live. We live out in the middle of nowhere, and even with our, what are they called, the little internet things?
I like to say that it's because you don't have an iPhone.
Oh, wow, that's wrong. That's wrong.
True.
They're wrong. No, iPhones are just dumb.
A house divided.
Don't get an iPhone, ever. Okay, guys. That's my beer. I gotta get that later, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I know it wasn't much of a challenge, but it is what it is.
You're on a roll still of beating me in the challenges.
I haven't drank beer with too many people other than her since whatever. I don't even remember when did we drink that first one. Was it her graduation or was it her birthday? Graduation, which would have been probably June?
May.
June-ish? Was it in May, really? That end of May was the first beer that I drinking in, what, 12 years? Really like the tequila and the whiskey, but I ain't gonna go that route. We gotta know our limitations.
Never did get smart enough to do that, did we?
Yeah. It's bad when you have no limits. It's just what happens. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you hanging out, having a beer with me. Like I said, hopefully when you watch this video, you'll have your own beer, conversate with the screen, and not think you're crazy. Leave me some comments down below.
Tell us what you've been.
Yeah, tell me what you've been. I would love to see a whole comment section of all the like just odd things that you've had to do for a living or because you wanted to do. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. You know, I really appreciate that, and I'm always willing to resubscribe to your channel if you do the same for us. Hit the notification bell down there if you want to get notified. Maybe I shouldn't drink beers. We usually try to drop a video every Friday, sometimes more than one a week, but that is my goal currently, is to at least have one video per week. Share the videos. That's all I can say, guys. I appreciate everything.
Would you want to throw that out really violently?
Y'all take it easy, and you know what? Keep on trucking.